Let's check this Toyota RAV4. The guy said sometimes the engine hesitates, sometimes the engine died and doesn't wanna go. Let's connect the scanner, see what it shows. Toyota. Tenemos esta Toyota RAV4. Dice el dueño que a veces se le apaga, que pierde la potencia. Toyota RAV4 2.5 2009, Toyota RAV4 2.5. Let's code scan, see what it shows. Crankshaft position, camshaft position, correlation, bank 1 sensor B. So we have a bad cam. Okay, so we have on the engine, we have the P0017. That's on the engine. Crankshaft position to camshaft position correlation, band 1 sensor B. See, it's not working. So actually that's it, the P0017.
Gabriel Auto Technician of Laguna Heights reminds you to be ready for the hot
So
days of summer.
let's
Get your
check.
preventative
Vamos a
maintenance
checar,
and
este es el código que sale,
all types of
el
maintenance,
sensor del cigüeñal,
heating, tune-ups,
el sensor de
brakes,
posición del
transmission,
cigüeñal
cooling systems,
y el
bandwidth,
sensor de
all
posición
It's on the
del
car. Gabriel Auto
del árbol de
Technician
levas.
replacing
No hay una
featuring
correlación,
diagnostics.
algo está
Gabriel
fallando.
Auto
Vamos a
Technician,
checar los
13
datos.
Highway 100, Laguna Heights.
A
That's
lo mejor no está
Gabriel
jalando
Auto
el
Technician,
camshaft
13
position,
Highway 100 in Laguna Heights.
¿verdad? El sensor de la posición no está trabajando bien y no se está comunicando con el sensor del cigüeñal. Si fuese el otro, el del cigüeñal, pues no prendiera el carro, ¿verdad? Pero vamos a checar primero. Let's check first and then we can see what we can do, or we're gonna see what we can do. P0017. Okay, so let's check what we need to do. Vamos a checar qué es lo que necesitamos hacer. Y ahorita venimos. See, in the morning I checked this car, I put the scanner. The customer bring it or brought it last night. So in the morning I checked it, I put the scanner and showed me that code I got on the scanner. But before I check that, especially when it's a code that interfere or that shows something on the cam sensor, we need to make sure there's oil inside the engine. Estaba checando este carro en la mañana y especialmente cuando sale un código del cam, del árbol de levas, en estos carros de BBT de tiempo variable, tenemos que checar que esté bien el aceite del motor. Y ya vino el dueño ahorita, está bien enojado, acaba de cambiar el aceite. The customer came a while ago. There's nothing of oil inside, nothing. See, he just did an oil change at Walmart last week, he said, and there's nothing of oil inside the engine, nothing. So I'm gonna check what's wrong under here. Voy a checar abajo a ver qué está pasando, por qué no tiene aceite, porque dice que apenas se lo cambió en el Walmart. We got a mad customer. He's coming again. I'm gonna check what's wrong. And as you can see, they put the gasket all the way down here. See? They put the gasket all the way down here. They didn't put it on the right spot. They put the gasket on the wrong. on the wrong spot. See, it's out here. It's down here. I don't know if you see, right there. See, and it pops out right here. Pops out right here. Le pusieron el empaque abajo, afuera. No está dentro y aquí se salió con la presión. Sí. So, estos muchachos. Sí.
That's got to change on the 31st.
31st.
Yeah.
See,
Is there an oil leak?
they put the gasket on the wrong place.
Oh, really?
The O-ring. You can see it out here. Okay. The customer is gonna take it to Mark. We're gonna put oil, and he's gonna take it like that because so they can see what they did. See? I'm not gonna move anything on this base or this. We're just gonna put oil, cause see, look, all the oil. It's leaking because they put the filter wrong. Okay. Va a llevar el cliente el carro a Walmart, pero nada más le voy a echar aceite para que miren lo que hicieron ellos. No le quiero mover esta tapa ahorita hasta que él la lleve allá para a la tienda. Le tienen que pagar la checada que le estoy haciendo y todo lo que estoy haciendo ahorita, porque pusieron mal el empaque, lo pusieron afuera. Sí, y ya se botó aquí, no va ahí el empaque, como ven. Okay, this guy went to talk to the manager at Walmart, but they just reimbursed the amount what they charge for the oil change. And I tell the customer, what about if the engine is damaged? See, right now I'm gonna drain the oil on this car and do an oil change basically, but there's no oil inside. Fue dueño de este carro a la tienda Walmart y pues nada más le dieron el dinero del cambio de aceite, nada más lo que le cobraron. Le digo, ¿qué si tu motor ya está dañado? ¿Qué? ¿Quién te va a pagar? ¿Sí? So, ahorita básicamente lo que voy a hacer es un cambio de aceite, a sacarle el aceite que le queda adentro. I'm gonna replace I'm gonna do basically an oil change. See, maybe it's got a port inside. A lo mejor tiene un cuarto adentro. Está saliendo. See. Let me remove the filter and put the seal right where it's supposed to go. See, it's got a quart, maybe less than a quart. Vamos a quitar el filtro aquí. See? Basically what they did, they didn't put attention when they get this one tight, because see the O-ring, it went back where it's supposed to go, but the mark is right here. Maybe right now the seal went back in there, but I think they put it all the way down here. See, like that. They didn't put it right here, but right now this one went in there, but by itself. But it was right here. It wasn't on the right. So let me put the new O-ring. Vamos a poner el nuevo empaque. See, these guys need to put attention to what they're doing. See, it's got, maybe they think that the gasket goes on this one. That's where they put the gasket. The gasket needs to go right here on this one. See, not right here, right here. Okay, let's put the this is the new ring. It needs to go right there. See, right there. Let's put some oil right here and right here. Make sure it's clean. Está seguro que está limpio. Lo que pusieron, lo pusieron hasta abajo y de ahí lo apretaron. Sí, no va ahí. Well, if you put the O-ring right there and you see that it goes out, you need to make sure it stays right there. You need to put oil on the O-ring so this one slides in. Si necesitan estar seguros que quede la liga ahí en su lugar, o si mira que se está saliendo, pues sacar esto y con el mismo aceite se va a deslizar hacia adentro. No hay forma de que se salga de ahí ya cuando se está poniendo aquí. See, there's no way right there. See, there's no way when the O-ring slides in, there's no way that go out. They put the O-ring out since the beginning. Desde el principio ellos pusieron el O-ring mal afuera de donde va. Sí, porque ya quedando ahí adentro, miren, ya no se sale para nada. So these guys put the O-ring on the outside, right there. Because this one it wasn't tight either. This one, ¿sí? Este no estaba ni apretado. Pero ya está, ya sacamos el aceite. Vamos a ponerle el tapón. Let's put the plug. Okay. Let's put the plug. Okay, we got the oil out. It's like a quart of oil. Let me pour the oil, the new oil inside the engine. So you need to make sure that this plastic is sitting correctly on the aluminum part, on the aluminum block. Get closed, get together. See? So that means the gasket is inside. Necesitan estar seguros que este plástico pegó al aluminio adentro, es bien sellado, ¿va? Porque si miran aquí la liga como se miraba antes, quiere decir que está mal. Okay, so let's pour the oil in. See, all the oil was leaking right here, right there. Now on the back, everything is wet, full of oil, all the way to the back. Okay, let me put the oil in. Okay, this car should take like I think 4 quarts. See, this customer is so calm. He doesn't like to fight or something. Este cliente es muy calmado, no le gusta pelear. Que yo le dije, ¿qué pasa si ahorita tu motor no sirve, está más dañado de otra cosa? And there it's got 4 quarts inside. Ahí tiene 4 cuartos. Vamos a checar el nivel. Yeah, it needs the other quart. It's right here. Necesita el otro cuarto. Sí. an oil change could look like a simple thing, but it's not a simple thing. If you don't do it right, you could damage the engine, because the oil is the life of the engine. If there's no oil, it's like the blood, see, for the engine. If there's no oil inside the engine is gonna get damaged. See, it's not so simple. Changing or doing an oil change is not so simple. You need to be careful. If you do an oil change, make sure the gaskets and everything seals correctly. The drain plug, it's tight. ¿Sí? Parece una cosa simple, un cambio de aceite, pero no es tan simple. Si no lo haces bien, con cuidado, puedes dañar el motor. Pues si lo haces tú, bueno, pues está bueno, eres tú. Pero si lo hace una persona que se dedica a eso, como que no. If you do it by yourself, well, that's valid, because if you don't know the things correctly. But if it's somebody else that does the job, there's gonna be no excuses. Okay. Right there, I'm gonna erase the codes. It's full. The engine is full. Another thing you need to do when you do an oil change is start the engine and check for leaks. That's the thing I think these guys didn't check, or never check. Let me get the key. Okay, let me start the engine, and then I'm going to erase the codes. Okay. Oops, didn't get the key. I get this guy. The other day, another customer came with a Toyota. He was coming down here to South Padre Island from Houston, and he said the light start, the oil light start turning on like 2-3 miles from here, and that he stopped over here, and it was the same thing. It was losing the oil because the gasket wasn't seated correct, and he took a pictures and he called over there, and they pay, and I don't know, but he was mad. Okay, I'm gonna start the engine. Okay, it got full. There's no noise. No more noise. Yep. Okay, let's check for leaks. Vamos a checar que no esté tirando aceite. Estaba diciendo que el otro día vino otro cliente con otro carrito de estos, con otro Toyota. Venía de Houston. También le prendió la luz aquí como a unas 3 millas de aquí y se paró aquí conmigo porque le prendió la luz y dijo que qué está pasando. Lo primero que le miré fue el nivel de aceite. Sí, it's working fine. That's it. That's it. That's all it was. Era todo lo que tenía este carro, el aceite que no tenía el motor. Sí. Got it full. It's working right. Ya está lleno. Ya está listo. Voy a limpiar la memoria de la computadora para que ya esté lista el carro. Okay. Toyota RAV4 2009. I recommend the people, it's hard, but I recommend the people to check the oil, even when you just took the car to do the oil change. You never know what these guys they're doing. Lo que recomiendo siempre a los clientes es clear coats. Checar el nivel del aceite aún cuando apenas hayan ido a cambiarlo, sí, porque es muy importante. Okay, coats are clear. Everything is okay. Ya terminamos con este carro. Era todo el problema del aceite que no tenía. And well, on the troubleshooting says that it's a mechanical problem, but I always, when it's something about the cam sensor, cam problem, I always check the oil first, the oil lever first. See? siempre que es un problema que miro en estos carros que tienen el tiempo variable, siempre checo el aceite que esté correcto, porque si no, eso te hace que te mienta la computadora. Pues no te está mintiendo porque te está diciendo lo que está pasando, pero en sí es una cosa que tienes que checar. Primero, el nivel del aceite. Está bien caliente allá, mucho sol. It's so hot over there. It's so humid because the hurricane and everything is coming. So it's important to check the oil level on all the cars that says the or it's a VVT timing. Siempre que sea un carro de tiempo variable, de VVT, hay que checar el nivel del aceite primero y qué tipo de aceite también. Si le echaron muy grueso el aceite, hay que cambiárselo para ver qué está pasando, porque si le echas muy grueso el aceite también te va a mentir. If you put the oil too thick, see the grade is too thick, the oil is too thick, that it's going to cause problems too. So it's important to put the right amount of the right amount at the right weight. See, I'm gonna check how much oil it was inside that Toyota. Let me get it. Okay, let's check how much oil was inside this engine, this Toyota engine. Maybe it's a quart. ¿Qué tanto de aceite tenía adentro el motor? Ya, 1 quart. Un cuarto tenía nada más de aceite. Tuvo suerte el dueño de no dañarlo porque no va lejos, nada más de la escuela, que no está lejos, está aquí al lado, al centro de la ciudad, de aquí, de la gran ciudad de Port Isabel. Ya, 1 quart, sí, right there. Tenía nada más un litro de aceite tenía del motor adentro. Este aceite tiene 15 días de cambiado. So you need to be careful when they change your oil. It's important to make sure that they do it right. If they don't do it right, they could damage your engine, and they're not going to be responsible. Like they say, no, we didn't do that. I've seen so many cases like this. I've seen so many cases that they left the drain plug loose, or the filter loose, or they tied the filter with the pliers, with the filter pliers, and they make a hole, they poke a hole. See? So you need to check, make sure they do it right. It's hard, I know, because you got the confidence on them or any mechanic that it's doing the job, but you need to check. Necesitan estar seguros y checar que lo hicieron bien. Es difícil, ¿verdad? Porque lo acaban de llevar a un lugar que se supone que saben y no lo están haciendo bien. Pero pues si ustedes miran que está tirando aceite su carro, luego de que cambiaron el aceite, o empieza a hacer un ruido luego de que cambiaron el aceite, algo hicieron mal allá en ese taller, ¿sí? If you notice a leak just after they replace or they change the oil, or if you heard a noise in the engine, they did something wrong, somebody, like the guy who changed the oil. So it's hard, I understand, it's hard because you don't know, the people who knows don't know, so who you're gonna call, like they say. Si la gente que sabe no sabe, ¿verdad? Según, ¿verdad? Si la gente que sabe no sabe, pues a quién van a ir a ver o qué. So tengan cuidado, sí, be careful. So thank you for watching, and we fixed this car. It was the oil only. It wasn't another problem. It only the timing that it wasn't correct. So that's it for today, for this video. Y pues ya terminamos, ya ahorita le voy a hablar al cliente. De hecho ya sabe el cliente que nada más era el puro aceite. Le dije que si salía algún otro problema le iba a avisar. Pero ya vino, se enojó. Pero pues no, él se enoja y no hace teatro como otros, ¿verdad? Que debería. Porque si se hubiese dañado su motor y no le pagan allá, él hubiese tenido que comprar otro motor, ¿sí? This guy is so calm, so it doesn't make too much noise. Like he get mad, but he's like, oh, okay. But he shouldn't be like that, because if the engine got damaged, if his engine got damaged, who's gonna pay for the engine? See, the company that changed the oil, they're gonna say no, it's too long, it's too long. But that's why I'm telling you, every time you check your oil, the next day or the same day when you go out, hey, open the hood, check the level, check if it's not leaking on the bottom. See, the next day too, check if it's not leaking or the level on the oil, and make sure. ¿Sí? Estar seguro al otro día o en el momento que ustedes van a sacar el carro del taller, hey, prende el carro a ver si no está tirando aceite, checarle el nivel, ¿verdad? Y ya. O decirle al mecánico, a ver, enséñame cómo está el aceite, porque a veces tampoco se lo cambian, eso es otra historia, ¿verdad? Sometimes they didn't even change the oil, that's another story, but sometimes that's why I told people, hey, every time you go to a shop or somewhere, they change the parts. Hey, where are my parts? Okay, here's your parts. If they're a core for the parts, well, nothing you can do, or nothing the shop can show. See? But if there's a core, hey, here's your part, here's the part, right there, it's the part, the new part, and here's your old part. The old and the new parts, they are customers. Customers, that's the owner. See, the owner is the owns the old and the new parts. See. So, anyways, sí, bueno, muchas gracias. Ahí nos vemos.
413 Highway 100 in Laguna Heights.